The KPV 14.5 heavy machine gun is a Soviet-designed 14.5 x 114mm caliber heavy machine gun, which first entered service as an infantry weapon in 1949. In the 1960s the infantry version was taken out of production because it was too big and heavy. It was later redesigned for anti-aircraft use, because it showed excellent results as an AA gun, with a range of 3,000 meters horizontally and 2,000 meters vertically against low-flying planes. It was used in the ZPU series of anti-aircraft guns. Its size and power also made it a useful light anti-armour weapon on the BTR series of vehicles and the BRDM-2 Scout car. KPVT, the version for use in armoured vehicles, is called the KPVT. KPVT is used for armoured vehicle installations, boats, movable and stationary mounts and various anti-aircraft mounts. It features a shorter receiver and a heavier barrel jacket. The KPVT also uses a 50-round belt instead of the original 40-round belt. KPVTs are the primary armament of the wheeled BTR-60 PB-80 series armored personnel carriers and BRDM-2 armored reconnaissance vehicles. It is intended for fighting against light armored targets, weapons systems and light shelters at the distances of up to 3,000 m, as well as air targets at distances up to 2,000 m. Naval Armament. The naval version was called the Marine Tumbler. It was mounted in the following turrets. 2M5 was for torpedo boats, the 2M6 for patrol boats, and the 2M7 for trawlers. In 1964, amongst other small craft combatants, the North Vietnamese Navy had 12 P-4 motor torpedo boats in their inventory. On August 2, 1964, 3 P-4s belonging to NVN Torpedo Boat Squadron 135 attacked the U.S. destroyer USS Maddox in the Tonkin Gulf. The Maddox fired over 285-inch shells at the charging boats, thus preventing them from discharging their 550-pound TNT-armed torpedoes within the necessary 1,000-yard effective range. All 6 torpedoes missed. However, as the torpedo boats were moving at nearly 52 knots, they commenced to duel the destroyer with their 14.5 mm heavy machine guns, scoring only 1 hit on the U.S. warship in the process. At the time of the Tonkin Gulf incident, U.S. identification manuals described the P-4 as being equipped with 25 mm guns, thus identifying the spent projectile as 25 mm instead of the actual 14.5 mm caliber bullet. As the duel between the destroyer and torpedo boats ended, and each departed in opposite directions, 4 F-8 Crusaders from the aircraft carrier USS Ticonderoga attacked the retreating boats. The Crusaders fired Zuni rockets and 20 mm cannons, while the 3 boats replied with their 14.5 mm machine guns. The jets reported leaving 1 boat in sinking condition, and 1 F-8 was heavily damaged, which was reported as shot down by the NVN, but in fact also limped back to its carrier. The 14.5 mm Marine Pedestal machine gun mount is intended for combat against armored surface, coast and air targets. It is mounted on decks of boats and can defeat surface and coast targets with a range of 3,000 meters horizontally and 2,000 meters vertically against low-flying planes. Mechanics. The development of the machine gun began in 1944. The 14.5 x 114mm M41 cartridge can be used with high-explosive incendiary, tracer or armor-piercing incendiary bullets, and they have approximately twice the energy of a 12.7 mm projectile. The KPV is air-cooled and fitted with barrel with a hard chrome-plated bore. It uses a short recoil operation system with gas assistance and a rotary bolt. It can be fed with a 40-round metallic belt from either the left or right side. The barrel can be removed by turning the prominent latch on the forward end of the receiver and pulling on the barrel's carrying handle. Versions. The ZPU is a towed anti-aircraft gun based on the KPV. It entered service with the Soviet Union in 1949 and is used by over 50 countries worldwide. Quadruple double and single barrel versions of the weapon exist. Gallery. Ammunition, B-32. Armor-piercing incendiary full metal jacket round with a tungsten carbide core. Projectile weight is 64.4 grams and muzzle velocity is 976 meters per second. Armor penetration at 500 m is 32 mm of rolled homogeneous armor at 0 degrees. BZT, armor-piercing incendiary tracer full metal jacket round with a steel core. Projectile weight is 59.56 grams and muzzle velocity is 1005 meters per second. Tracer burns to at least 2000 m. MDZ, high explosive incendiary bullet of instant action. Projectile weight is 59.68 grams. Rounds are also produced by Bulgaria, China, Egypt, Poland, and Romania. Operators. References. Sumont, Jan. Illustrated Guide to Combat Weapons. Kent, Grange Books. Pages 104. Cole, Christian. Soviet Cannon, a comprehensive study of Soviet arms and ammunition in calibers 12.7 mm to 57 mm. Austria, Cole. Pages 98. ISBN 978-3-200-01445-9. Moyes, Edwin. Tonkin Gulf and the Escalation of the Vietnam War. United States of America, The University of North Carolina Press. ISBN 0-8078-2300-7. See also, List of Russian weaponry. External links, KPV Large Caliber Tank Machine Gun, MTPU 14.5 mm Marine Pedestal Machine Gun Mount, Russian-Soviet KPV Machine Gun on Wheeled Mount in 14.5 x 114 caliber Euro Walk-Around Photos, ZPU-2, Twin Mount 14.5 mm Anti-Aircraft Guns a Euro Walk-Around Photos, Modern Firearms page on the KPV 14.5 Heavy Machine Gun.